Namaste and good evening. Ralph Waldo Emerson has truly said, "The great teacher is not the man who supplies the most facts, but the one in whose presence we become different people." Our guest for tonight has proved the above lines by his deeds. Mr. Ramesh Chandra Joshi from Gotan, Rajasthan, holds a master's degree in economics from Lucknow University and is currently working as principal at L.K.Singhania Education Center, Gotan, Rajasthan. The school is affiliated to CBSE and is a co-educational K-12 boarding school. Mr. Joshi is teaching economics to the senior classes for the last 30 plus years, and he is considered as best one of the best economics teachers in the country. He has been the resource person for a number of workshops, seminars conducted across the country and abroad. Mr. Joshi is the executive committee member of Indian Public Schools Conference since 2009 and also worked as joint director games and sports IPSC. He has also authored 4 books of economics, subjects for the students of classes 11th and 12th CBSE board, statistics for economics and Indian economics development for grade 11, and microeconomics and macroeconomics for grade 12. He has been selected for the coveted CBSE Award for the year 2015 for his contribution to the field of education and has also been honored with the Best International Principal Award 2016-17, Principal of the Year Award during Indian Education Congress 2014, Uttarakhand Ratan Award 2015. Mr. Joshi is also a fine cricketer. He has been visiting number of countries, namely Germany, Switzerland, Britain, UAE, for spreading his knowledge. Let's welcome Mr. R.C. Joshi. Namaste,
Namaskar.
sir, and good evening. It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Reena ma'am. Second time I am this with you, and really you are doing a great job. I will say it is not a lip service. The way you are spreading education, the way you are helping the teacher, student, and parents under the pandemic 2 years. So you are doing a great job. Big round of
Thank you so
applauses
much.
for you.
Thank you, sir. Without all of your support, this wouldn't have been possible.
True, ma'am. Very true. It is altogether a teamwork.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, last time also we had been discussing, and now it is like we were just about to become normal and we had to take a U turn. So, the topic for tonight is pandemic versus education, hope to cope up and normalize because pandemic has definitely impacted education in a very bad way. But somewhere it has also helped. So, today the main topic is going to be pandemic versus education, hope to cope up and normalize. How and what we are going to do to normalize the kids, parents, teachers, because everybody is in a mess. Nobody is able to understand what is going on. So, let's start with your views on pandemic versus education.
You see, learning is always there. If we go to March 2020, and the first time we faced the lockdown, and people thought that the things will get normalized within a short period, but further they realized that things are not going to normalize in a short period. Then, as an educator or as a student or as a parent, everybody was having worry about education. And then we went with the online teaching. It was an experimental stage initially, and people had this that within 2 months or 3 months the things will get normalized, and again we will go with the offline. But further in July 20 onwards, then the people realized that there is no other option left to go with the online classes. And by the January, when the things were looking normal, we reopened the school. And that time, the basic problem was to build the trust among the parents and as well as teachers, and with the as well as with the students also. So all SOPs and all the things were done, school were reopened, and things were getting normal. The class 10, 12, they started preparing themselves for the board. The rest of the classes, 8th onwards started, then 6th onwards started. Everything was looking normal. And then of a sudden, then again the second wave was there. And then again we went for the lockdown. Now, if you look into the entire this scene, and today, if we looked at what will happen, again the things are under control, the cases are decreasing, and again the you can say people are having a feel of hope that may possible July mid or April mid the school will reopen. But at the same time, वो कहते हैं दूध का जला छाछ को भी फूक फूक कर पीता है. So rebuilding the trust among the student as well as parent is not an easy task now. It is going to be very difficult. And at the same time, the scientists, the doctors are talking about the third wave, where they are saying that it is going to hit more to the children. And once the things are delivered, that goes to the parents, and when it is related to the children, certainly it is very difficult to rebuild the trust. So I feel that under present circumstances, the first thing is that we have to take in confidence the parents, right? And at the same time, now we cannot deny the importance and impact of online teaching, because already we have completed 1 year 2020 where successfully schools have done the online teaching, online examination. The only thing is that now we will have to accept it, and we will have to innovate the things. Like for an example, recently class 10th exams cancelled, class 12th exam cancelled. This is not a solution now, I feel so. Under present circumstances, no doubt the right decision, but for the future, we will have to make a strategy that how to conduct online examination also successfully. So I feel that lot of preparations required for the 2021 and even 2022. Why we go with this illusion that things will get normal? Why not to have more challenges in our planning so that even in 2022 we face the third wave? We must be ready for it, right? From the medical infrastructure point of view, education point of view, and we should not have this solution that if there is some adversity, the solution is not to conduct exam. And I am very much positive that in 2022, certainly if the situation will be not normal, but we will able to have the online examination so that children should not have any loss, those who really worked hard throughout the year.
Right, sir. So, like we were talking about the exams, right? Yesterday only it was announced that class 12 exams are not going to happen, right? We are nobody to comment on it. It is the government decision, so we have to abide by it, right? But if we talk as individuals, if we talk as our like our being colleagues, what is your opinion on this? The kids, they did learn. Is
See,
it correct? Is it correct or no? Because I have two opinions, which I will share with you once I listen to you.
as I told you that this is completely a government decision, and no doubt under present circumstances, I will say it's a right decision, and I second the decision. But at the same time, the question arises that why we were not able to develop that infrastructure through which we might have given the online examination to our students. So somewhere lacking is from our part. Why we blame the student? Why will we blame the parents? Many of the students, they have made the real hard work, and they were looking for their class 12th result, where for them the percentage is very important, and for them the exam is not to be conducted. And now what strategy we are going to have, how we are going to you can say work over their results, this all depends upon. But still, even in 10th, I look into that many of the students will be not satisfied, because the preparation for the board is different, and the you can say mindset you give your pre-board and half yearly is different. So therefore, I feel that okay, this time we have cancelled it, looking into the situation, but the future we must have proper strategy so that no student have any loss and they must be given, if offline is not possible, online examinations. And this is the responsibility of the system.
Definitely, definitely. This is the responsibility of the system, and it is like it is not impossible to have the exams online.
Very true. It is possible. You see
We
in the
we
Europe,
just need to find ways. We just need to find ways to have this to train the teachers to take the exams and train the students
see
to give the
when
exam.
after the first wave, the way we people are casual in terms of taking precautions, those who are looking after the system, they were also casual. They have
Exactly.
not given a thought that if the second wave will be there, how we will conduct the exam. So now, as I said, दूध का जला छाछ भी फूक फूक कर पीता है. So it's the right time now. We have to work on the system and we have to look that if in 2020 the same scene is there, how we will able to conduct the online examination, and we will have to, because in higher institutions you will find they conduct the online examination. In Europe, number of institutions at school level also they conduct the online examination. So it is
That is
not
how
something
that is
which
how it has
it
happened,
is
sir.
possible. It is possible.
Exactly. It is possible. It's not impossible. The thing is, for this, our government and our, of course, yes, our these internet providers, they need to work hard because they need to because what the problem is that in the remote areas there is connectivity issues due to which kids are not able to attend the classes also.
I agree. I very much agree. But we will have to provide that infrastructure.
We will have to.
How long we can cancel the things? Canceling
Definitely.
the things means you are not ready to improve upon it. I am not blaming anyone. Okay, 2020, 2021, but for the future, we will have to extend this infrastructure to our remote areas also, to our rural areas also. But even you are right. Today, if you look into, I was just going through one of the research, the accessibility of the, you can say, internet for the student is not more than 25 to 30%. So if we say
Exactly.
that in 2020 we run the online classes all over the country successfully, the statement is wrong. In the
That is
rural areas,
100% wrong.
even in the some of the school in urban areas, the proper online classes was not given to the student. So this is the education is the right of the student. So this is our responsibility of the system framer to provide those infrastructures so that in the future also there is always possibility of such challenges. We can provide online platform to our rural poor people also.
Yeah, because when you have provided signals and they are using mobile phones, you should provide them that facility also that they can attend the classes there.
Yes, very much, very much. Very, very true you are.
So because you being from Uttarakhand, you know that most of the remote areas in Uttarakhand, they are lacking this facility, right?
Yes,
Because there are no roads. Wherever there are roads, every time there is some other problem. There are avalanches, there are cloud bursts, there are so many things happening, there are so many natural calamities there. So like there are some softwares, there are some systems which work on microcomputers, right?
very
but
true.
but but those microcomputers cannot function without internet.
Internet is the backbone. Internet is the backbone of the system. So now it's a time that we have to, along with, okay, as I told you in my earlier discussion, that it's a time to go with the hybrid system. So now we cannot have this thing that things will get normalized and we'll go with the offline classes now. No, we will have
Definitely.
to have a plan, backup plan of online classes also. So therefore, it's a time to work on connectivity so that everybody can be in the reach of internet, and that is very much required.
Yes, that is very much required. And the most important thing is that now this is going to be something which we have to really think about for our child's future.
Very
If
true.
we
Very true.
want our children to study, we need to think about it, how we have to go ahead. Only
Very true.
just sitting and doing the discussions, like engaging yourself in discussions, holding webinars, is not going to help. Collectively, all of us need to come together and work for it.
And the you can say the sufferers are those who are, you can say, in the who don't have that, you can say, potential to have this internet facilities, or if they are staying in the remote areas, they are the sufferer. Those who are staying in the rural areas, they are suffering a lot. Those who are from the poor families, they are suffering a lot. So they have the right of education. So it's a time, you are rightly said, in the place of having webinars and discussion, let us work together. And it's a responsibility of the government to have more budget, more part of GDP for the education, and that is for improving the infrastructure and in terms of technology.
Yes. So, my first question of this show: where do you see the future of virtual education in the coming 5 years?
I'm very positive about it, and I will say that online learning is on a rise. I think in future we will find hybrid learning. When I'm saying hybrid learning means it is a combine of distance learning and traditional classroom methods. Online learning is the future of education, I feel so. Am I
Right.
audible, ma'am?
So, you're audible, but your picture has frozen.
Just let me check.
Your picture is frozen.
Just let me check.
I think, sir, you need to log out and then log in, or just refresh it.
Yeah, that I'm doing. इसको refresh कर दो.
So sir will be back with us. We have been discussing about the current education system, the current methods of teaching. Yes, sir is back. Sir, your device is not connected to your device is not connected. Yes, he will be joining us back. So, we as parents, teachers, we need to understand that children need to be educated properly. It is not that if it is a virtual school, the children will not learn. You never know, they might learn better. You never know what they are learning. Is like it can be either ways. वो सीख भी सकते हैं, वो सीख भी नहीं सकते. मैं जगह का नाम नहीं लूंगी, स्कूल का नाम नहीं लूंगी, but there are places where schools have just been sending worksheets for the children to do and not teaching them anything. Only sending worksheets is not going to happen. It will not help at all. What we need to do is we need to give them holistic education, and we need to work for their holistic development. Only talking, only sending the worksheets, or just turning the pages in front of the camera is not going to work. It's time now we need to upgrade ourselves. We will be continuing with our talk once Sir is back. But meanwhile, if anybody has any questions, they can please type in the chat box and we will answer it. Now, when we are talking about online education, Have there been any instances where the child has not been able to understand? Yes, many a times. But have we ever tried to find out why the child is not understood? I don't think so. Now, the now we if we talk about exams, right? 10th and 12th exams have been cancelled. Some people are against it, some people are in favor of it. Why have they been cancelled? Has anybody ever thought about it? No, they have not. Reason being, they just see that, okay, the child is judged on parameters. But have they thought why? Because we have made it a system, we have pushed our children into the rat race of percentages. I want to ask our viewers, can anybody give me a correct answer about why the exams have been cancelled? If you really are interested in giving the answers, please do give. We'll call you on screen and we can speak on it. I don't think anybody is there who can give the answer for this. Well, I will give you the answer for this. The reason for this is that the kids staying in the remote areas, they could not attend the classes properly. Mr. Piyush Mathur says that I feel the dependence on the year end exam is also responsible for this. Uh, yes, Mrs. Shekhawat has said child health is on the top priority. That's perfect, and that is what our PM also mentioned. Mr. Piyush Mathur, I would like to tell you, it is not the dependence on the year end exam. It is because the students have not been able to attend classes and the methods of teaching have not been correct, though not everywhere but somewhere. Mr. Arvind Tiwari says simply to cater politics of perception. No, it is not simply to cater politics of perception, because think about yourself. Had you been in their place, what would have been your take? I'll just have to find out what's wrong with Sir. I think there is a severe internet issue. Just a moment, let me check. I think it's a severe internet glitch. Sir is just about to join. Yes, he is here. Sir, you need to connect your mic and camera before we I can add you. Please connect your mic and camera. It was a healthy discussion going on. Like Miss Anupama Bhatnagar says, still not all have access to internet. Classes were not proper, and above all, the priority of child's health led to this. To some extent, yes, it is true. Not to some extent, the classes haven't been proper because we have not taken to those means that which we need to use online. We have been using the conventional method of teaching, which is not correct. So, sir is trying to log in. Meanwhile, we can have somebody to talk to. If anybody is interested on coming, please do send me your email IDs so that next in any other session we can call you and we can have a good debate on this. I've already started getting I'm sorry, we had a technical issue over here. Yes, I'm back and I am expecting Sir to join me any moment. Just give me a moment. I'm sending him a link again. Just give me a moment. Yeah, meanwhile, what is happening is that anything that is. Just a moment. Just a moment. I'm just bringing in back. Sorry, sir. There was a. We were talking about internet, and internet has affected us.
Yeah, this is limitations are always there. Hope I am audible.
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. You are audible, and we can continue.
Yes, yes. I've changed my place actually. I've changed the complete setup.
It was such a interesting topic going on, and
Yeah,
all of a sudden, all broke down.
no problem. It's a part and parcel of life.
Yes, sir.
These
Yes,
are
sir.
the these are the challenges in the coming years we have to face.
Yes, sir.
Even because, as you know, I teach economics also. So even during the class also, all such type of, you can say, challenges are there.
Yes, sir. I think, sir, there
Yes,
is
sir.
one boy, Piyush Mathur. I think we
Yes.
should call him on screen. He's got quite interesting questions.
Piyush Mathur is not boy. He's a teacher in one of our school. I'm taking care of that school also. We have in Jhalawad. He is HOD
Okay.
English. Yes.
Oh,
You
I
can,
think we
you
can
can,
call him. We can call him.
yeah, yeah. You can
Mr.
call him in the
Piyush
screen.
Mathur, please send us your email ID. Mr. Piyush Mathur, please send us your email ID. Yes, it is Pratibha Mehra. And us your email ID. Miss Pratibha Mehrotra has sent, but we need Mr. Piyush Mathur. Yeah, Mathur. Okay, I'm just sending it. Yes, a link has been sent to you, Mr. Mathur. You can join in clicking on the link. You just need to enter either through Facebook or YouTube. Please join us fast. I think meanwhile he joins, we can continue because he is quite.
Yeah, he's a
He's
man of
sending.
language. Man of
Yes.
language is in English language there, HOD English, and he's also coordinating number of things in our Jalawar school.
Okay, okay, fine.
If he
So,
is the
sir,
same person.
quite possible. Let's see who he is. Right. So, sir, like we were discussing about implementation of NEP, implementation of many other things in the school to make things easy. We were discussing about how internet should be provided. Sir, what do you feel? What do you feel the other steps that need to be taken so that things can run smoothly and everybody can benefit from that?
If you talk to me after this second wave, when we are going to reopen the school, what are the things we have to look into it? I will talk about now. Enough we have done in terms of preparing our student for the exam and completing their syllabus. This all we have done, working over the lesson planning, this and that. But little has been done towards the life skills. If I go back during the CCE when it was introduced, we touched the life skills, but it was not in a very effective manner. Again, we are back to the examination system where our more focus and moreover we pressurize our children to go with mathematics, to go with social science, to go with science. You have to get more than 90% this and that. And in this process, what happens, what is very important that is missed, that is life skills. And
I think
today,
I think I am very happy that I have a person who thinks like me.
yeah,
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, Mr.
and
Piyush Mathur is also here. We'll add him
yes,
to the
yes.
stream.
Yes.
Welcome,
Very good
Mr.
evening,
Piyush.
sir. Yes.
Hi,
Very good
Piyush. Feel
evening,
the
sir.
same.
Sir.
Good evening, Piyush.
Sir.
Finding you here. Great, yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. Actually, I have not prepared like that. I'm sorry. I have joined all of a
Doesn't
sudden.
matter, sir. That this is all
Good evening, ma'am.
impromptu.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you
evening,
so
sir.
much, ma'am. Actually, sir was not there. That's why means I have written some questions. What were in my minds that I have discussed only. But means it
Right.
is after a long time that we have got the opportunity to listen to sir. So, ma'am, please let him continue. I would like to listen. That is a rare opportunity for all of us.
As you wish, sir. We wanted to discuss all the questions
No,
with you, so
Sure,
no.
I will be. Yeah, sure, I will be with you in the chat box. I will be with you definitely. But
Sure,
means
sure,
this
sure.
time we will means love to listen, sir, only when he is
Okay.
there.
Right, right.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much,
it,
ma'am. I'm
it is
obliged.
it
Thank
is
you.
it is lovely, Piyush, listening you, and this is the appreciation for me actually that teacher from my school has been called by ma'am means you keep some worth, and that is intellectual worth. Keep doing these good things and always participate in intellectual activities.
Sir, it is all because of your means training, your classes you have taken. That is. Thank you so much, sir. Thank
Always.
you so much,
It
ma'am.
is,
You're welcome. You're welcome. We wanted him to be here, but anyways, no
yeah.
issues.
So I was
Yes, sir.
talking to you about life skills. See, we have talked about IQ, we talk about SQ, we talk about EQ, but now it's a time to
You talk
talk about
about AI.
AQ,
We talk about AI.
AI
We talk
also.
about artificial intelligence.
Yes.
Yes.
And what happens, ma'am? A child is entering at 4 plus in the school education and is spending good time in school, but we are not talking to the child what is creative thinking, what is critical thinking, what is problem solving, what is decision making, what is interpersonal skill, what is self awareness. So
Sir,
he
I
is,
don't know whether you have seen that video or not. I came across that video somewhere and I have posted it on my YouTube channel also. If you permit, I'll show that video again because that is something, that is the reality.
very true. I agree. I agree.
You continue with it. Let me search where is it and I'll come back to you on that.
Yes. So, what I personally feel, and this is my request to all the teachers and the parents also, in the place of making your children in this rat race of getting good percentage, always looking into the result from percentage point of view, let them participate in other activities and give them opportunity to test their critical skill, critical thinking. Give them every day going inside the class and simply teaching for 40 minutes or 35 minutes, whatever allotted to you. I will advise you to keep 10 or 15 minutes for the case study. Give them some situation and ask them to have their opinion. And at the same time, let us take them out from the culture of answering our questions. Let us have a culture of let them frame the questions, right? And that will help in their improving in their creative thinking and critical thinking. Let them frame the question and let them ask the question so that
Or in
when they
fact,
are
we can
going
do
to
it
leave
vice
this,
versa. We can give them questions and we can take answers from them.
yes, and the what is objectionable from my part, we are making them parrots. We are dictating the things, we are giving them the syllabus, we are
Not
not
only
making them to go
dictating,
out of
sir.
syllabus,
Not only
out of box.
dictation, we are telling them, okay, from here to here, here to here, here to here. These are the answers, you note it down. And if a child goes even a word or a line beyond
Yes,
or behind, the answer is wrong. So I found that
yes,
video. I love to share it.
sure, sure.
For decades, people have been finding hundreds of flaws in the education system. No conceptual understanding, no creativity. Children are stressed, and the list goes on. All these are symptoms. But what is the root cause to all this? What is the fundamental flaw in the education system? Let us play a rapid fire game. You have 1 second to answer every question. Let's start. First question. A4? Okay, more questions. Apple first? 98% of people are most likely to think so. Because that was what we were told in our kindergarten. Imagine that this was done differently. Say we had asked you for all the words starting with A. And, ace, April, apt. Different answers would have popped out of everyone's head. Do you see where the problem is? Before children start going to school, every child is unique. Every child thinks different. But the education system makes every child think the same. This is the fundamental flaw in the education system. Why did this start? During the Industrial Revolution in the 18th century, the education system was designed to make children ready to work in factories. The factories did not require people to think, but to only work like robots. So, the education system stripped children of their freedom to think and destroyed their true potential. The same education system continues even today. Only the industries have changed. A study by NASA shows that 98% of children think different before they start going to school. As they go through this education system, at 25 years of age, only 2% think different, and 98% think the same. So how does the education system make every child the same? Let's go back to the apple example. Kindergarten lessons told us that A is for apple. We asked you for words that start with A. Our education system gave us the answers. We asked you a question. Answers make you the same. Questions make you different. Right from kindergarten, the education system keeps giving answers. Instead of asking children how plants make food, the science teacher gives you the definition of photosynthesis. Instead of asking them to describe the sun, the teacher tells them that the sun is a ball of fire at the center of the solar system. Through their years in school, children lose the capability to think on their own. Whether it is their choice of career or their relationship or any situation in life, they become dependent on others for answers. They completely lose their true nature, and their extraordinary potential remains unrealized. Now, we face a million problems in the world, for which we are only awaiting answers. So, what is the solution? We need an education system that recognizes that every child is different and is questioning based so that it brings out the extraordinary human potential in every child. Praying for the Child is a nationwide movement which calls upon every teacher, every parent, every educator, every policymaker, everyone who has a role to play in the development of a child to join hands together to reform the education system and bring out the human potential in every child.
So this is a
Excellent.
fact, sir. This is a fact.
Yeah, I
Just
agree.
a
I second it completely that this is the point which to be taken care. You make new education policy, you review it, you structured it, but the first thing is that you have to work on this area where we get the child with a different attitude, but when they make them to leave the school education, they are indifferent. They all are same. Very less percentage is different. Because what happens, you see, if you look into the pre-primary education, you see the curiosity of the child. You see the ability of the
They
child.
are
You see the,
inquisitive. They are inquisitive minds. We need to
yeah,
groom them according to their inquisitiveness.
and their involvement is there. But what happens as they approach in the middle school, we try to tell them the good question and bad question, right question and wrong questions, and then they are in dilemma whether my question is right or wrong. So there is a need to tell our children all questions are right questions, all questions are beautiful questions, all questions are excellent question, and then you'll find, I think again there is a problem.
Yes, again, there is a problem.
Today technology is not helping us.
No, no, it's playing a game with us because we are talking a bit against it. So we can continue. We can continue. You never know, in between it might come well.
Voice is coming, no?
Yes, sir, you're audible. You're very
Okay
much
then.
audible.
So that's why I feel that it's a time now, because good learning in the last 2 years. Now let us work on this life skills so that we can make our student ready for all type of adversity. We should not have a debate over question that what will happen now when the student will come to the school. This was our responsibility when they were in the school. We might have made them mentally that much strong. They have gone nicely against these waves also. But now, okay, what happen. Now when they are coming to the school, this is a moral responsibility of the educators to give them a type of strong mental fitness. Physically they are strong, but mentally our children today are not that much strong, because they are living a life in which everything has been provided. That is, they are the yes type of generation. They are not in the habit of listening no. So it's a time to teach them what is adversity of life altogether, give them those situations and make them to come out of it. I think
Definitely.
that is what required for in the coming time when the school get reopened.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, because this is something, which now, once we are starting again, we are going to start from scratch,
Yes, and
right? And
I
this is
will.
a golden opportunity for all the educators. When you are starting from scratch, you can build up something new, different, and very effective. We can leave the industrial revolution method of teaching behind.
Yes, very true. And
There are
see,
some schools, sir. There are some schools who have already left the industrial revolution method of teaching behind.
very true. And they are doing a lot of experiment, and every stage will have to be with the experimenting attitude. Now see, few days back I was discussing with one of the parent, and she was giving me a very unique type of problem, that the sleep pattern have changed of the children, because they
Yes,
are at home, and night late hours they are playing with this, you can say, mobile, or they are going for the late hours. In the daytime they are sleeping. Now when they are coming to the school, and especially boarding school, we have to work over it, because
yes,
this is one of the habit they have developed in the last 2 months or 3 months. So lot of such challenges, behavior challenges will be coming. Their mental image will be different. So all those challenges will be there, and they are coming second time now, because first time may possible they have that much confidence that they will adjust. But after spending 2 3 months, again they went through the same phase. Now rebuilding that confidence among the children in boarding school as well as day school is quite challenging. But I'm sure
not
that
only challenging, challenging, sir. Now the main problem is now that is going to have a very bad psychological impact also on the children.
very true, very true. And we will have to work over these issues also. So, in the place of straightway taking them in the classes and starting their syllabus, we will have to spend good time with our children in improving their, you can say, psychology, in improving their mental status, in improving their behavior, and making them adjustment, giving them adjustment, because in some cases in pre-primary kids they might have forget their teachers also.
Definitely,
So
definitely,
these
sir.
all
Definitely.
possibilities are there. So
So,
connecting them
sir, I
back
have a
with the school
question, sir.
system.
Sorry to interrupt,
Yeah.
sir. Sir, did you join from the old link or you joined through the new link?
I joined with the old link.
Sir, you can join with the new link meanwhile.
Okay, just wait, man.
I've sent you a new link. Maybe because if it is tagged in for some time, it expires. Maybe that could
Okay,
be one of the reason.
okay.
You can try. Meanwhile, you can speak also, and you can try also.
Just have to check. उसको साइन आउट कर दिया, नया लिंक भेजा है उन्होंने. आपकी भी करेंगे.
Sir will be joining us. I've sent him a fresh link. Maybe because it looks quite odd that the picture is frozen and just the voice coming in. He will be joining in very soon. Meanwhile, I would like to just say a few words that our education system has been one of the best education systems in the world. But since past couple of years, or we can say a decade, things have started becoming more commercialized. So, what I would request everybody is education is something which needs to be imparted. हिंदी में कहावत है कि जितना ज्ञान को आप बांटेंगे उतना ही ज्ञान बढ़ेगा, राइट? एंड अगर हम उस ज्ञान को पैसों में तोलेंगे तो हम उस ज्ञान को बांट ही नहीं पाएंगे. What is happening is like we need to come together. There were different places where we were diverted, all of us, parents one side, teachers one side, and the child in between. Parents and teachers need to come together I have been telling this in all my shows that parents and teachers need to come together like this and join hands so that they can walk together for the betterment of the children. Sir is trying to connect, but I think there is some other issue. Yes, he is trying to connect. He will very soon be with us. So I would just say that we all need to work together. What is our main motive? I would like to ask the teachers, why are you in schools? Why not doing some other job? Why did you become a teacher? If anybody is ready to give me an answer, please do give me an answer. I will announce it on the screen. We became teachers. Why? It's not an easy task to become a teacher. We are in the most noblest profession. But why did you choose teaching over all other occupations or professions? Becoming a teacher is something religious. Gurpreet Kaur says, because it's my passion. Yes, these words, passion, teaching, if it is a passion, then only you can make a difference. But if you are in teaching to earn money, you will not make any difference. You will come, you will teach, and you will go. That enthusiasm, that spark in your teaching should reflect on a child. That is the main reason most of us have come into teaching. Otherwise, there have been so many professions, so many opportunities. We could have grabbed it and taken it. But why only teaching? Because we feel that we need to impart something different, so that our future generations flourish. They make us proud that yes, these kids have been taught by so and so teacher, or this child has been taught by this teacher or has studied in this school. But do we ever think that is there anything else we are into this profession? Mr. K.C. Pandey says a teacher is a torch bearer for new generation. We are the future makers. If we teach our children with passion, we are not doing something good for ourselves. We are doing something good for the nation. Like my video said, think about the child or care for a child should be a nationwide movement. It should be a movement where all teachers and parents come together and work for the development and the holistic development of children. Because it is time now that all of us need to work hard and move ahead, taking care of our children and making them global citizens. It is not that we cannot do it. We just need to have that little moment in our lives to think about it. Yes, we can do it. And believe me, the day you think about, yes, we can do it, we will definitely do it. There is nothing called as impossible because impossible itself speaks, I am possible. I think there is a severe issue. Sir is not able to join. We can end our show today because the time is already over. We will definitely have Sir some other time and we can continue the conversation from here itself. Maybe tomorrow a bit earlier or any other day. I will connect with Sir and I'll get back to you on the same. Thank you so much and namaste. Tomorrow we will be having Dr. Seema Manral Negi and she will be sharing her views with us. Thank you, namaste, and good night.